Well, good morning from Burlington. We are back at Laser Aesthetics. The last time I was here, I got a little Botox done, and I felt like it was probably time, right, Sue, to get myself Botoxed again, because you get it, you love it, it goes away, and you miss it.
Absolutely. It's kind of one of those things where the results are they're very natural. They make you look refreshed. They take away the lines that kind of can create things like the angry lines. It's the furrow or the frown we get makes us look angry, and nobody wants to have that negative expression. So when we relax these muscles, we get a little lift, we get rid of those lines, and all of a sudden we look refreshed. And when they come back, people really say, geez, I liked it better when I didn't have them.
Yeah, I liked it better when I looked younger.
So it becomes one of those things that you do want to repeat if it's something you enjoy.
But it's something that, you know, I've like maybe got it done once or twice, like from you guys or through work, but I've never really kind of thought about the repeat of it until I noticed that it was no longer there. But you know what? I feel like it depends on the person, how often they get it done.
Yeah, and I think we expect Botox to last about 3 to 4 months. It doesn't wear off in one day. It slowly starts to wear off, where you start to kind of see those gradual results come back, or the gradual furrow come back or frown. So the results are temporary, but a good 3 to 4 months is what we expect.
And it doesn't hurt, does it?
No, I think you feel like a little pinch.
Okay, I'm ready.
So yeah, we try to be as gentle as we can. So I'm going to get you to do an angry furrow for me, and you can see the movement of the muscles, and I want you to relax. And then we can just do a little tiny injection.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, it doesn't hurt at all.
No.
What's the difference between Botox and filler?
It's an interesting question, because a lot of people do get very confused. Botox is used where we have lines of expression. So those lines can be the negative furrow, they can be a squint to the eye where we start to create those crow's feet. What happens, we'll get people who have issues around the mouth as they age. They'll start to get those marionette or puppet lines, the corners of their mouth turn down. We start to lose volume in the lips or the cheek. When there's a volume loss where we're not making a muscular expression, that's where we're going to put filler.
Okay.
And I think there's also a little misconception that if you do filler, it's going to be obvious.
Well, I'm always scared I'm going to look like Joan Rivers or something.
No, you know what? It takes a lot of work to make somebody look overdone.
Okay.
So there's many people walking around who have a little bit of filler in. It just helps to kind of refresh our face, replace a little bit of volume, and it can look very natural, because our goal is to create beauty and not distortion.
Is it something that needs to be redone just like Botox?
You can get much longer, we expect, for the fillers, depending on, again, where we're going to inject the product. When it's in the lower face around the mouth, it moves a lot. There's a lot of muscle action in that area from eating, chewing,
well, for
talking.
me, I'm so animated.
100%. So you might break it down a little bit more quickly just because you're moving that area. So if we're putting it in the cheek area, it doesn't move as much as the mouth, so it might last a little longer. We also have many different products in the family of fillers where we'll put the appropriate density of filler into the area so we get the longevity.
Okay, that's interesting to know. So there's the difference between Botox and filler. We have so much more coming up from Laser Aesthetics. We're going to tackle my spider veins coming up, so make sure you stay with us for that. There's so much more coming up on Morning Live. We are now focusing on my ugly spider vein. I've had it for a really long time. I don't love the look of it. I don't hate the look of it, but there's ways to get rid of them if you don't like them, isn't there?
Absolutely there is.
So what are we going to do?
Well, first of all, it's kind of interesting to explain to people why people have them. Very highly hereditary.
Yes.
People who stand on their job.
Yes.
And it's one of those things that it's not that difficult to get rid of them. And we have 2 options here at Laser Aesthetics. We can either inject them. So the larger ones, we're not talking about large varicose veins. We're talking about the spider. So those large ropey ones, those are something that have to be dealt with in a different way.
Right.
So, and we don't do that. We do the spider veins here. So we can either inject them, and if they're a good size, the injections tend to last longer and be a bit more effective in our experience. Some of the smaller ones can also be lasered. So we have 2 options.
Okay.
Some people get a little worried about needles, so perhaps if they are a little bit concerned that needles might hurt, which I think you can tell after you have it done, they hardly feel it. And like I say, the other option is laser, which actually does hurt a little bit more than the needle.
I feel like you're right. So the needle is only one, but laser could be like
100%. Yeah.
So many more.
So we have a couple options. So yeah, so the injections we kind of are the standard of what people have done for years and years, and lasers have become better and better. And a lot of people, like I say, it's their choice, but we'll recommend that on consultation. We can recommend to people what they should be doing.
Okay, so someone would come, they'd call, they would come in, they would book a consultation, they would discuss, and then they would come back for another appointment to actually have the procedure done.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. All right, so
Okay.
what are we doing here?
So what we're going to do is we're just going to line up, and we can identify this little vein here. And there's a good sized one, so we just do a little tiny wee injection into the vein.
I'm not feeling anything, by the way, and that was an injection, and I felt literally nothing. I'm okay with needles like this. Drawing blood, it's a different story for me, but it is a completely different experience.
Yeah.
It
So
is
then we're just
very,
going to go
very
down the
different.
vein here. We're just going to try this little spot here.
Oh, it's so cool. It's so, like...
Here, watch it.
Oh, it disappears right before my
whole thing.
eyes. The whole thing's gone.
There you go. Pretty incredible, eh?
Oh my gosh, it just vanished.
Yeah, there we go. Pretty simple.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna stay for the next like 2 hours,
Okay.
and we're gonna do my whole body.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
And
it
we
was
ju-
that quick
yeah.
and easy.
And we just put a little bit of a Band-Aid on there, which creates a little pressure on the vein, and they stay on about an hour, and then after that, we're good.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what's it called?
Sclerotherapy for spider veins.
Sclerotherapy.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can either do that treatment or we can laser it.
Yeah.
There's so much more to discover here at Laser Aesthetics. The staff is awesome. The facilities are top notch. We're here in Burlington, and if you want to get anything done, I mean, you do laser hair removal, you
Yep.
do veins, you
Yep.
do Botox, you do filler. What am I missing? The chair.
The chair. We do some photo rejuvenation. We do brown spots, vessels on the face. Yeah.
On the face. Okay, I mean, the list is endless. We've got more coming up, so don't go anywhere. Well, I have taken a seat on one of my favorite chairs. It is called the Sella. It is like an electric magnetic pulse chair that you sit on to help to improve your pelvic health for so many different reasons. Now, Sue, tell me a little bit about why I would sit on this chair. I know I'm sitting on it because I've had babies and I pee when I jump.
There you go. So we've had some sessions with you, and
Yeah.
we're hoping to see, we're seeing some success.
Lots of success.
Amazing. So as you said, this is an electromagnetic chair. There's big magnets in this chair that creates contractions of the muscles in our pelvic floor. So any strengthening of that and that pelvic physiotherapy, that strengthening of the pelvic floor is going to help with these issues. As you said, you know, having some leakage when you jump, having to get up to the bathroom
Oh,
at
when I
nighttime,
cough
when you
or
cough,
sneeze.
100%. So we have young women who are runners. They come and they say, Sue, I finished my marathon and my shoes were full of urine because they're leaking as they run. So
Yuck.
it really can be a very, very debilitating
It's
life.
horrible.
It's terrible.
It's
So
horrible.
we're looking at improving this.
Yeah.
You know, are we going to cure everything? No, we're not.
Right.
It's about being reasonable. It's about using this technology to strengthen this pelvic floor and to improve our quality of life. And we really had some great success.
Well, I feel like I've really noticed it in the sessions that I've had with you when it comes to being able to jump on the trampoline with my kids. When I cough, it's less. When I sneeze, I think my sneezes are super powerful, so it's still kind of there, but I'm definitely starting to see a huge improvement, and it's helping not only with my lifestyle now, but helping my lifestyle in the future. Talk about that.
Okay, so when we look at changing, as you say, some of these little issues that we have now, or there are actually some big issues for
Yeah.
people. I think we have to be reasonable in understanding that everybody's needs are a bit different, our bodies are all different, and our bodies have all been through different things. So we're trying to get this improvement now, but if we don't address it now, what happens in 10 years and 15 years? Because it will only get worse. And then all of a sudden we become elderly or older, and we've got a really big problem that we haven't attended to. So the prevention factor is also something we have to combine with changing the quality of life right now.
Yeah.
So there is a huge benefit to prevention.
Okay, well, let's fire this baby up, and we can show people how easy it is. I mean, you come in, it's a 20-minute session, you sit here, you relax, it doesn't hurt. It feels a little different. It's kind of like you're sitting on I don't want to say you're sitting on a vibrating chair. It's essentially what you're doing, but the feeling is very specific.
100%. And we also want to talk a little bit about, because I know that a lot of the advertisements, a lot of the marketing is geared to women.
Of course.
We did want to talk and mention that we've had a great success with some of the gentlemen who have come in, especially post-prostate surgery. One of the recommendations is to be doing Kegels or pelvic floor exercises. And we would be remiss in not mentioning that there's a huge benefit for men as well
Huge.
as women. So we want them to feel included and welcome to come down, have a conversation, have a demonstration on the machine. And another thing that
We got cameraman Luke on here once,
there we
remember?
go. And the other thing too is we want to talk a little bit about post-treatment. So we do that. There is a series that we recommend. We take a little break, and that's where we're seeing our results. And then people need a little follow-up. This is like going to the gym for your pelvis. You need to come
Yeah.
back and you need to work on it. So
Yeah.
there is a repeated nature to the treatments where we come back, we do some maintenance. For some of those gals who feel their problems were maybe a little bit more severe than others, they don't want to stop. They're seeing changes.
Yeah.
They've done the required treatments, the protocol.
And they wanna come back, continue.
So what we're doing now is we're offering a membership.
Oh, that's amazing.
So that membership allows people to come back either bi-monthly or monthly
Just for a treatment.
to come back for treatment, to continue going on
Yeah.
so they continue to improve. And
Yeah.
I think that that's really helped us a lot with some of our older patients or patients with bigger problems because they're not ready to stop. They want to keep going.
Yeah.
It's been a great way to make it a bit more affordable too.
Well, this is a treatment. This is how easy it is. I'm sitting here and the chair's doing all the work for me, which is awesome. It's like something like 40,000 Kegels and
11,000 in half an hour.
11,000 Kegels in half an hour. Spectacular. So much more coming up. We're going to check out some of the laser therapy that they have here at Laser Aesthetics in Burlington. Back here at Laser Aesthetics, and I spend a lot of time in the sun. I spend too much time in the sun. I wear sunscreen, but I still notice that I get a lot of sun damage on my arms, my face, and my chest. You're going to help me get rid of that, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Okay, what are we going to do?
Okay, so when we look at issues of the skin, and you talked about sun, so the sun damage we get, obviously, we're going to see it visually with some brown spots. Brown spots are really typical on the face, chest, very, very easy to treat, and it's a great time of year because we're now out of the sun. It is a treatment that we might like to look at doing in the fall and winter time, so very popular this time of year. And what happens is these colors, or the melanin in these skin spots, or the sunspots you have, you can see the brown in them. So brown is melanin or color. Color absorbs light energy from the laser.
Yeah.
It'll cook it and it'll help destroy them, and they'll flake off. So basically, we're using
That sounds
light.
funny.
We're using light to be absorbed by something of color. It's going to destroy the lesions. Takes about a week to 10 days for them to slough off. Typical downtime is about a week to 10 days.
Okay.
Afterwards, they're going to look darker.
Yep.
They're gonna, and you can, like I say, you can wear a scarf, you can cover it up if it's on your face. Totally can wear makeup, so nobody needs to know.
Yeah, even on your chest you can wear
Yeah,
makeup.
so this doesn't create downtime where you have to leave
No.
work or do anything else like that.
Right.
So basically, we're just doing a laser treatment. We're using light energy. We're going to destroy these lesions. We've got about a week to 10 days of downtime, and then you're going to have hopefully a nice clear chest. Pigment does very well with one treatment, but often it can take 2 or 3 to
Right.
really, clear things up. But
Okay.
we see great results in even one treatment.
Wow. Okay, and it doesn't hurt, right?
You can be the judge. You're going to feel a little.
I'm all about
you'll
wondering
feel,
if it's
You'll
gonna
feel a
hurt.
little bit of warm. Okay, so but again, it's not too bad. I think it's very tolerable. So we'll give you a little try here, and you can see how it feels.
Okay.
Everyone's got their eye gear on. All right.
we're good.
Okay.
I'm ready.
We're going to do a little bit of. We're going to get it going here on the ready.
Oh, I got anticipated there.
Okay. Sorry. And here we go.
Is it happening?
Yep. Can you feel
Oh,
it?
you can barely feel
There
it.
you
It's
go.
just like a little,
You can hear the little beep. Yep.
it's like a little prick.
Little prickle of
But
heat.
it's not, yeah, like it is warm. It's not, it's not too hot. Like I don't
Yep.
feel like I'm being burned.
And this lesion down here. And I think it's really interesting because you're choosing to do your chest as well. A lot of people will do their face. It's the first thing they see. They want to get rid of the age spots and the brown lesions. But we really want to be conscious that it should be holistic. We should be looking at our chest and our face as one unit. We might be wearing a V-neck, we might be in a bathing suit or a t-shirt. So we really want to make sure that we match the face to the chest. So we don't want to leave the lesions on the chest and then make the face clear. We kind of want to look at it together.
That's kind of my issue, is that like I feel like I've been more careful when it comes to wearing sunscreen on my face than I have on my chest. And then when I go to work and I put makeup on my face looks flawless, but then I see my chest and I'm like, oh boy, that's a lot of damage.
And the chest is very susceptible to damage.
Yeah.
So it's great that you're doing them together because you're going to get a nice, really nice look to both. So,
Yeah.
and it matches.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can,
Awesome. Okay, so if people want to get a hold of you, they want to reach out, they want to come in for a consultation, what's the best way for them to do
they
that?
can just call the office. They can do an email through Sharon's at the desk. They can make an email. She's pretty good at answering.
And you guys do
through
have
the
an
day.
Instagram, don't you?
We do, but we don't usually make appointments on Instagram. We're doing more of appointments.
You're old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they can give a call.
Call us.
And the thing
Come
is,
on in.
these consultations are of no charge, so you know everyone again is a little different. If you don't have color issues, maybe you have texture issues, maybe you've got pores on the face, some fine lines. Well, that's a different technology. So you know it's really important that you have a consultation to find out what's right for you. Because what was right for your friend who went somewhere here, or somebody said I had this done, it may not be the thing for you. You need to come in, have somebody tell you, go through things and do a proper consultation so they can guide you in the right way.
I think that's really important advice because I think people need to customize things to their own needs, not necessarily other people's.
Yeah, and I think, like she said, you talk about Instagram, you know, it's easy to see flashes of things and think, isn't this great? But, you know, it might not be something you need. It might be something different.
It might be something that they needed, but not you. All right, well, there you have it from Laser Aesthetics here in Burlington. There's so much more coming up on Morning Live. We're also going to have all of Sue's information on our website, chch.com.